episode number 59 of the 3 Count Out podcast. My name is Era V1. Snowed in with me this week is FGK Jackal and Mike. We have a lot to talk about because over in Philadelphia, there's a little bit of news coming out of the Eagles, coming out of your Super Bowl champs, coming out of, hey Jackal, I don't give a fuck, the dynasty of the NFL.
Apparently the Kent State Black Flashers are not a real team. Hi, my name's Jackal, and I am no longer welcome in the city of Philadelphia.
Oh, no, you are not.
You know what? I may not be invited, but I don't plan on ever going. However, I did just get drafted to the Kent State Black Flashers. Hi, how you doing? I'm FGK.
And I am the one recording the video called Kent State Black Flashers. Hi, I'm Mike. Kev's the tiny girl on the couch.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I think they drafted me.
Why does YouTube have a problem with this intro? I'll never know.
I can't quite just put my finger on it for some reason. It's odd how that works.
Well, no, you need two hands.
Oh, I forgot. It's the black flashers, not the white flashers. My bad, dog. I was too busy trying to recover it because it sounded like you and Kevin sent me to my damn room to record the episode last week. You could hardly hear a thing I said.
Yeah, shout
You're
out.
Trying to protect
I don't know why you
from...
say me. I don't edit the video.
Shout out.
Did that.
Hey,
Yeah, well, we heard you.
I'll point the finger. Shout out FGK for not being able to look at audio and making sure that it's all around the same number. By the way, the instructions.
This FGK guy, because you know what? Hey, the audio was fantastic. However, I did a crucial thing of where, so like I usually have my mic to like the way left of me, so it's like further away. That way.
I know. I know.
Yeah, I put that bitch right in front of my goddamn mouth.
Well, your microphone should be in front of your mouth, dumbass. That's where it goes.
No, but it worked out equally when I moved it to the side, and the audio with the other two was like perfect, and I was like, you know what? I want them to hear me.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is that my instructions have always been: I don't care which number you pick, just pick a number and make sure everyone's around the same. And we record through Discord, so everybody has individual volume sliders. For the record, I record with everybody set at 100%, so nobody is any more loud or less loud than when I record, and it all gets normalized later. Like, it could not be any easier, yet you continue to find a way to peepaw it up. And for that, I applaud you, because the dedication is annoying.
I live my life very Field of Dreams. If there's a way, I'll find it.
I thought you lived your life a quarter mile at a time.
Or is that something like that? I don't know. Is that Murphy's Law? I don't care.
No.
What the fuck? What does Blake Murphy have to do with anything? He rolled his
I
ankle.
thought you were talking about the Alex Murphy, the cop from RoboCop.
It's called Matthews Law now.
Buddy
Didn't you
Murphy?
watch Collision?
Oh, it's Buddy Matthews. Oh, damn it.
Wow.
I forgot.
Real quick.
Wow, this
real quick.
WWE stan over here.
Real quick, before we get into shit talking AEW, as we will continue to do until the rest of time, until they improve, I did want to, because I mentioned it in the intro, there is a little bit of news coming out of the Dynasty Eagles, and it's big news. Kellen Moore obviously is now the head coach of the Saints, so our offensive coordinator is gone. And today, being rumored on Twitter from Adam Schefter, so take it with a grain of salt, but what they're saying is that the Eagles' assistant head coach and running back coach, Jamal Singleton, interviewed for the Saints offensive coordinator job. He is an integral part, obviously, of the offensive coordination, being the running back coach. So it could look like a different Eagles offense next year. Who knows? They're back to their it's what I complained about in week 5 and week 6. This shit's a revolving door. They can't keep anybody.
Can I just real quick slide this in? My favorite segment of the week, my third favorite segment of the week, FGK Learns Football. Hey, how many fucking coaches are there? Because there's like a running back coach, there's a wide receiver coach, there's an offensive coach. There's a cornerback coach, there's your head coach, there's your offensive defensive coach.
Yeah.
There's the guy that gets the coach coffee. Like, how many coaches are there?
Take every position on the team. They all have at least one coach, if not multiple.
Do they really?
Then you have offensive and defensive coordinators. They're essentially coaches. You have a whole bunch. You have a whole like strength and conditioning. They're probably also considered coaching staff. If you're on the Eagles, you have Big Dom. He's a coach. He doesn't do anything. He's just kind of the vibe check, but he's a coach, so he can be on the sidelines.
Vibe check guy.
That's what he is. He's the vibe check guy. And hey, vibes checked out. Fucking worked out for us.
Not the one
there's
week
a lot
he played the
of
Giants
coaches
when he got kicked off the sideline or whatever.
There's a lot of coaches.
Does anyone have an exact number and can lay them out for me, or is there too many to count?
There's just
Are you talking about like in like the whole NFL?
No, God, no. Just like Lions, Eagles, Chiefs, fucking every team. How many coaches does
you want
one
a specific
team have?
number?
Yes.
I would say there's about, because it's not each individual position has a coach. It's more like the position groups. There's the O-line, wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks. That's 5 already. The offensive coordinator, the running game coordinator, the passing game coordinator. That's 7. Oh, that's 8. Let's see. Defensive line coach, defensive ends coach. There's the linebackers coach. There's the DBs coach. There's the safeties coach. The defensive coordinator. That's like 16, 17 at this point. There's assistant coaches out the ass. There's the head coach. There's general managers. There's owners, so on and so forth. I think we're up into probably low to mid 20s at this point.
Holy shit.
The Google AI overview says NFL teams typically have around 15 assistant coaches plus the head coach. However, the number of coaches can vary, and there is no limit set by the NFL. So you can have as many coaches as you want.
Whoa.
As much as you want to spend your money on.
That means you got to pay them.
Well, yeah, then they make good money.
Most of these coaches, I'll assume 90% of them are only for training purposes. And when it comes down to the game, is it the big 3 that make the decisions?
For lack of a better word.
It varies. Each team has different play calling. So, like, Sirianni, the Eagles are a perfect example. Sirianni used to call all of the plays, every single one, offensive and defensive. But he realized that he couldn't manage the game well enough because, the assistant or the head coach has to do more than just call plays. So he gave basically total play calling responsibility at one point to both the offensive and defensive coordinators and basically called no plays. Then this season, he started calling like critical plays. So like 3rd down, 4th down, when to kick, when to punt, that kind of stuff. Special teams. He's a big special teams guy. So it kind of varies from team to team. But for the most part, you're usually looking at your main 3 coaches.
Okay.
But then, like, the Eagles, like, the defensive coordinator, like Vic Fangio, he wasn't making a call without talking to the rest of his defensive coordinators, Like, they're all in the room talking to each other.
Okay.
It's for lack of a better word, it's a group project, but the big 3 are the one who push the buttons at the end of the day.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You have to have somebody to just pull the trigger, but they're making an informed decision.
Okay.
And as much shit talking as I did last week, unfortunately,
don't back down already.
No, not backing down. More like I feel your pain and I'll buy you a shot at a bar not in downtown Philly.
Okay.
Because at this point, as I'm sure you're following with your updates from good old Shefty, shout out Adam Schefter, hopefully friend of the program one day.
Hopefully.
The Eagles coaching staff is getting cleared out just as much as the Lions are, because at this point you could call them the Chicago Lions and as well as the Detroit Jets, because goddamn.
and Vic Fangio's even up in the air. I mean, like, again, you guys talked about it last week. He's kind of been a little bit vague in the past of like when he's gonna retire, when he's not, but at the same time he's been in the NFL for how long, and he just won his first Super Bowl. That seems like a great storybook ending to it, So
long time.
I feel like the Eagles stardom, like the players are probably still going to be there. Hopefully we get some good acquisitions in the offseason. But I feel like coaching wise, it may, at least offensively, it's going to look like probably a different team. Hopefully, I don't know how, but hopefully maybe a little bit more running back focused. Maybe we try to get Saquon some more all-timers.
More running back huh?
Yeah. Because there were some records that Saquon could have set in the regular season that they made a decision to sit him out. And yes, the decisions to sit him out were towards the end of the season, but at the same time, how many opportunities is he going to get to set some of those records? So, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like next year. I think either way, the Eagles are still looking strong-ish right now. I'm liking it. Still riding the high of the Super Bowl, though, so I'm not going to lie. I may still be a little bit drunk. I don't know, but it's, I don't know, man. It's going to look a little different next season.
So, with that being said, I think it's the perfect time to jump into our newly found little bit to carry us throughout the season.
Yes,
we're gonna
I love this.
Well, we'll save the funny one for next, because this one first, we'll do a little bit of analysis. Is that how that's pronounced?
Huh? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's how that's
I
said.
think you say it like dialysis, so it's analysis.
Analyses.
I mean, I'd be down for some
Analysis?
analysis.
Anal live on podcast.
Hey, different show.
We are going to be taking a look at the next year's season, because turns out we are already around 30 weeks away from the next season starting again. So unfortunately, we're going to do a group of teams real quick in these first couple of episodes to make sure that the numbers balance out by the time next season starts. So, we're going to look ahead to 2025 already. Don't worry, fellas. I'll take this one from here, because these first three teams are going to be real easy to talk about.
Aye, aye, Captain.
The Cleveland Browns, they're going to be fucking terrible.
Yep.
Oh, they're going to be dog shit. Yeah, if they're not the worst team, they're going to be at least bottom three again.
The Tennessee Titans, they're going to be fucking terrible, and maybe might have Kirk Cousins or Sam Darnold on their team.
Oof.
Yep.
And rounding out this week, talking about three separate teams, the Tony Danza New York Giants. Guess what? They're also going to be fucking terrible.
They're also going to be pretty sleep deprived, from what I understand.
Oh my God. The fucking GM has come out and said, what was it? It's like, I think about that Saquon deal every night.
Because there was the clip, actually, hey, that's something that happened. NFL Hard Knocks not coming back for another season. The first season was the only season because of the Giants, because that's where that clip came from, of the Giants GM saying, if Saquon goes to Philly, I'm going to lose some sleep. And not only did he go to Philly, he set all-timer records and set franchise records and won us a Super Bowl. So I feel like they're going to be a little bit tired next year.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And they might also have old man Matt Stafford as a quarterback too. God forbid.
Or maybe Aaron Rodgers. I hear he's looking for a job.
Or Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers stays in New York, that will be the funniest fucking thing to happen in football. I swear to God, dude.
I don't know. I think the funniest thing to happen in football is to surround yourself with all of your star friends and still lose. Aaron Rodgers is a fucking clown. He's a con, as friend of the program Pat McAfee would put it.
I haven't made a decision yet on my future. I'm just really taking time to sit down and think about all my options.
They made the decision for you, bud.
I do ayahuasca in the back of a van in the middle of India for some reason. I'm dreaming about my dark rooms. I haven't made a decision yet. Okay, just go to the Vikings and complete the Brett Favre saga. Please.
Might as well.
Please. You might as
well.
Let me
get something fun out of it.
So now that we've taken a look at a couple of teams for next year, and now that the four of us are in fact here, whoop! I just dropped my writing utensil. Sorry. Hold on.
I'm on the floor. Help me.
Turns out I write with Mike's cock.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Brandon's Elite TV that just subscribed to us on YouTube. Shut up.
Hey, Brandon. Let's go, dude. Hey,
Brandon, your TV is pretty nice.
Careful when you say let's go. Careful.
Hey, Brandon, way to go.
Nice TV.
Hey, I like a good TV. You know me. I got one on my head.
So, yeah, you do. It's your gimmick at this point. Mm-hmm. We're going to go through these a little quickly because we were all in sort of agreeance last time we did this a little bit way too early. And I have it all written down right here. All right. So, from such a faraway perspective as we look at the NFL season, only a couple weeks, if not a week, removed from the Super Bowl. There we go. Mike, can I get your official vote for the worst team next year?
Oh,
Official
vote
stamp
for
it right now.
Browns.
Browns.
That's a good pick.
Any reasoning behind that? Maybe they lose Myles Garrett to, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Lions,
I mean,
the Eagles.
number one, I think they lose Myles Garrett. They still don't have a quarterback. They're pretty much doing that whole, well, we're just gonna give away pretty much all of our players, and it's gonna work out for us eventually. Or they can't afford people because they're still paying for the worst deal ever to have happened in the NFL.
So much money. So much money.
So, I mean, they still can't really buy anybody. They can't get anybody. It's just going to be them being dog shit for another season. And it is what it is,
Browns, worst team. Mr. Era, worst team for next year. Let me hear it.
So I'm not just saying this because I'm an Eagles fan, but I do think the Giants will be worst team next year, mostly just because I feel like they are going to be fucking wrecked based off of what happened this season emotionally, mentally. From an actual player perspective, Nick, give me one person that you should be watching on the Giants. I think that entire
Malik
franchise
Neighbors.
is a joke. All right, well, there's one person. I think that entire franchise is a joke. I think the problem is not the players, it's not the team, it's the management.
It actually is, you're right.
100%.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be shit for a long, long, long time. And my hope, and keep in mind, I was saying this as an Eagles fan, my hope is that the Giants have such a shit season that they actually decide to fix their shit. I hope I hope and pray that Saquon coming to the Eagles and winning us a Super Bowl was a wake-up call for the management on the Giants. Because the fact that you would tell him, yeah, go see what offers you have. Just go see what's out there. And it's Saquon Barkley. You let him walk away. That's a fucking joke. And they're the laughing stock in the NFL right now.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, they're one of the main laughing stocks, yeah.
All right, Mr. FGK, worst team in the league next season. All right. Well, this is awkward. I think he might have some duct tape over his mouth or something.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
They ripped the mustache hairs out.
Give me the team that was so bad last year that they had the first round draft pick in the bag and then decided to go, you know what? I forgot we're an NFL team this season. I think we'll win and piss away that first round draft pick. Give me the fucking Giants.
Back-to-back Giants picks.
Maybe a little different. I'm just going based off the fact that they had that first they had that first round draft pick like locked down. All they had to do was lose that last. All they had to do was literally do what they've been doing the whole season and lose. And they went, I think.
Nah, I don't want to.
I think maybe we'll win this one. Just based off that poor decision making, give me the Giants. They're gonna be the worst team next year.
We gotta do it for our family. We gotta make sure they do it.
Give me the New York
them.
Tony Danzas. They're gonna blow next year.
Again, where's the problem? It's the management. It's
big time.
Yep.
It's rooted deep in that org.
Speaking of management, I'm actually going to go ahead and pick a bit of a curveball here. One that isn't projected to do as bad, and I think is going to be an absolute stinker of a team come next season. Give me Mr. Duval.
That was going to be my second worst team of the year.
I think
it cut out completely for me. So what'd you say?
Oh, you want me to do it again?
No, don't do it again.
Duval.
Give me Tony Khan and the Jags absolutely just schnitting the bed next year.
Yeah, well,
You know what's even worse is that they keep on just like they pick one stellar player and they go, "This is gonna fix our team," and then they just ruin the person. Like Trevor Lawrence coming out of college was touted as one of the best quarterbacks, and then they went, "Here's our problem. We're fixed now." And they gave him no weapons, and they just let him get his ass beat. They're doing what Detroit used to do to quarterbacks and what Chicago does to quarterbacks. They're going to make Trevor Lawrence just be a shell of himself by the time he's finally free. And then he's just be like, you know what? I'm done.
They're going to put Trevor Lawrence in the Andrew Luck Retirement Home Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
It's either that or they're going to ship him off to Pittsburgh. Because did you guys hear that Pittsburgh was calling about Trevor Lawrence's availability from the Jags?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Why?
They don't want to pay Justin Fields or Russell Wilson. I feel like the quarterback carousel is about to get very interesting.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine going, man, we really only have one wide receiver. Clearly Justin Fields' fault why we're not winning.
Get him out of
Yeah,
here.
really.
Went, 2-2 or whatever. And it's like, well,
Eat it better than
okay.
Russ.
Yeah.
Our next little pick'em, I'm going to avoid picking the best team next year because that one's a little too easy for us. I want you to rack your brains, really dig deep here. Give me who you think is going to be the most overrated team next year. A team that's projected to do very good, and you think they're going to just schnit the bed.
Now, hold on. Before we do this, do you mean like their record isn't going to be well, or do you mean like we just think they're going to at some point choke? Because then we could just easily say the Bills or the Ravens again.
Mike,
That's
you know what? We're doing this a week after the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep it a buck with you, big dog. I don't fucking care. A team that people think is going to do very good next year, and you think, not so much. A team that you're not so big on, I don't care. However way you want to look at it.
All right, I'm going to go first on this one. I'm going to say they keep on thinking that the 49ers are going to rebound. I don't think they are. I think they're going to be fucking terrible because they're going to be like, no, Christian McCaffrey's fine, right? And Brandon Ayuk is fine, right? And Debo's fine, right? And when really all they have is George Kittle and two actually pretty decent backup running backs, and that's it.
For some reason, I thought you were going to say 2 bags of chips. I don't know why, but that's just where I thought you were going with that.
2 bags of chips over here.
Is that what we're calling Bailey's ass? Because I think George Kittle got that.
God damn. Hey, we'll talk about the women's divisions in a bit.
Whew. Okay, all right. Era, overrated team for next season.
All right, overrated. I'm going to go, I don't need to rack my brain that much because I am very familiar with how much I was let down at the end of last year's fantasy season by having Lamar on my team. So I think the Ravens next year, I'm just not feeling it. Lamar started strong, but he's, towards that end of the year, it seemed like he wasn't really running as much. It seems like he was getting a little bit more beat up. He's starting to get up there in age, so who knows? I mean, they also have Derrick Henry, so this could all be bullshit. We saw what a running back can do this year with Saquon Barkley, and Derrick Henry was right up there, kind of neck and neck in that conversation with Saquon for a good time there. So, they definitely have the potential, but if your quarterback's getting beat up and not getting any healthier, But I mean, it's time in the offseason, so who knows? I could be wrong. I hope that's not the case, but I feel like the Ravens.
Everybody on that roster is getting 1 year older, and everybody else in the NFL has a whole nother year to figure out how to stop them. I actually kind of like that pick. Mr. FGK, an overrated team for next season.
I feel like they're going to ride last season, hard, and I feel like they're just not going to come anywhere near. Give me the Minnesota Vikings for the overrated team of next year. They're going to go, we went 15-2. We're going to fucking go in 19-0 next year. And they're going to go fucking 4-12.
Oh, God.
Damn.
He's calling it. Knife in the back.
The most overrated team next year, the I can't live up to the hype team, Minnesota Vikings.
To piggyback on that, it worries me that they're going, when J.J. McCarthy is back, all of our problems are going to be fucking solved.
Yeah, I mean,
like that's their stance right now, and it's like that's the hill you guys are staking your claim on, huh?
The handoff version, huh? Okay.
Only time will tell.
I'm actually going to stay in the same division as Fire Guy Kev here, in kind of a similar vein to what you guys were saying about the Giants. It's like they're the Giants. With that management, of course they're going to do fucking terrible. Because a team that everybody is assuming or thinking is going to figure their life out and get their shit together. But we're not really overlooking a couple things here. We need to kind of take a step back and realize I loved, past tense, loved Ben Johnson, the traitorous bitch, until he turned around and went to a fucking division rival. I think everybody is assuming that the Bears are going to absolutely turn into these powerhouse team, this juggernaut of an organization, it's the Bears, dude. It's the fucking Bears. I think they're going to be in the dumpster of the NFC North yet again, man. Even Ben Johnson can't save this organization.
Dude, even their owner didn't want any part of it anymore.
Yeah, that's right. She didn't even want to live. She didn't even want to keep on living with that fact. So I think Bears are going to be the same. Because at the end of the day, it's still the Bears.
The Bears. That'll never change. You're right.
Last one we'll do on our way too early predictions for this early. We'll still come back and do more because I'll learn from my mistakes from this season. I'm going to give us a little bit more talking points to talk about. Let's look at teams that are going to be a bit underrated, maybe flying under the radar, that maybe, I don't know, didn't make the playoffs this year and going to have a really good year next year type of deal. Kind of work with that, what you will. So, underrated teams. Mike, what do you got?
I don't know if I'd call it underrated, but I think that the Bengals will finally do something fucking right and get to the playoffs, at least. They have the offense. They need the defense, because that is the one thing they have been desperately lacking.
Oh, big time.
So I think if they get that together and they, pull their head out of their ass, I mean, it's one of those pretty easy things to say that they're going to the playoffs.
That's a big ass though for a whole football team to get the head out of their collective asses. So we'll see at that point.
Yeah.
Mr. Era, an underrated team for next year.
Now, when you say underrated, do you just mean a team that's going to accomplish more than what would be expected of them? Or do you mean a team that has never gotten kind of a top shot opportunity getting up there?
More in the sense of this specific season alone, like a team that's getting overlooked, a team that is going to do better than people think, a team that you're hot on, so on and so forth.
Kind of keeping in the same vein of saying teams that I probably shouldn't say as an Eagles fan, I do think the Commanders are going to have a better season than people think they're going to have. Ooh. I think this season was extremely important for them to find their identity. And there was a quote that came out from the head coach. I don't remember it exactly. I'm going to paraphrase. He basically just said that the team Washington Commanders means something now. Because before it was always, they're the Redskins, whatever. Now, they have their own identity as that. And I mean, they got pretty damn far this season. I think if they're able to iron a couple of things out, if they're maybe able to figure out a little bit more offensive weapons, their defense was fucking tight against the Eagles. So I think that's fine. I mean, it was also a snow game, so there wasn't really as much passing. But, I think they look pretty good, and I think they've always been a team that people have kind of written out. So it's looking pretty competitive over here in the NFC.
And as much as I hate to say it, they did go on the road and beat the number one seed in the playoffs this year.
I wasn't going to say it. I'm sorry. I didn't want to bring it up. I'm sorry.
Well, again, if we're talking about that, that's going to be one of those forever has an asterisk things because Ben Johnson decided to already check out of that game like an asshole.
And I mean, plus, no offense, look at how healthy the Lions were this season. Every fucking, everything has an asterisk on it this season. Y'all were fucking held together by duct tape and a dream.
Don't forget that piece of gum.
In a realistic sense, now that the season's over, we should not have won as many games as we did, honest to God.
No. No. And it just shows how much of a powerhouse you guys could be this year. Or I guess this upcoming year.
So the Commies is a little bit of an underrated spot. I'm actually not too upset with that pick.
I think if they make some good picks, I think that team could be fucking scary.
Mr. FGK, underrated team. It's okay, take your time.
Well, I like that he even gave the
Commander.
He's
that little Minecraft villager sound.
God, the underrated Commanders is a good pick.
I feel good about that now. Thank you. I'm glad you all think it's a good pick.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I really liked it because I
thought you guys were gonna say they weren't underrated.
Well, see, that's where I'm kind of right now because I have actually. I'm actually debating between two. And as much as I don't want to say it,
For sake of conversation, Kevin, I'll put both of them down for you, just so we can actually look back at both.
Okay. I'll tell you which one that I think a little more, if I had to pick one over the other. So coming in second place out of the two teams, I have the Rams.
Underrated for the Rams. Interesting.
That's why I honestly feel like they have that potential to go pretty far still, even though they're losing Cup, apparently.
And also maybe Stafford.
Yeah.
And maybe Stafford. I did not know about the Stafford thing. It makes them, you know what? Shit, makes that point a little bit more then. And my second pick actually is the Chargers.
Chargers. LA.
Him saying that about a Jim Harbaugh team.
Wow.
Hey.
I really do feel like if Mr. Anger Issues himself, Justin Herbert, can get it locked down, and Jim Harbaugh, Mr. Khakis himself, and that one butt fucking annoying ass fan can get it locked down.
The one Asian lady?
Yeah, fucking hell.
You don't like her?
No, I don't like her. Her stupid fucking faces. I go, oh my god, you can score?
LA on the map for Kevin.
If they can lock it down, I really do see them winning a few more games next year.
Interesting.
And I don't say that with the smile on my face.
Early surprise of the football season was Kev giving Chargers the props.
Yeah, Harbaugh a bit alone. That's hurt me.
Yeah, I feel like it could happen.
I'm going to keep mine short and sweet because I think it's very absurd, and I'm just going off of the way that they finished out last year's season. Jesus Christ, I say it like it's a lifetime ago. The way that they finished out this year's season, there we go. I'm actually really kind of hot on the Bryce Young-led Panthers.
Really?
They ended the season pretty damn good.
I like Bryce Young. I don't think the Panthers have it in them.
I don't think I've ever thought of the Panthers as a contender.
No.
It's more like it's not that I'm hot on them to go out and, win the Super Bowl next year or anything. However, I do think they can win their division and get a playoff spot next year.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
I will say the
like
Panthers
a wild card
almost
spot?
beat the Chiefs, didn't they?
Yeah, yep, and the Eagles.
Yeah, so it's. I don't think it's absurd. However, I'm more leaning towards the quarterback than the team. The quarterback can do it. I'm not sure if the team can do it.
We'll definitely see. Their schedule might be a bit favorable.
To Jackal's point, it was like the Will Levis type thing where all of a sudden you have a quarterback going, well, I know how to play football. The team doesn't, but I do. I guess I'll just do this on my own. And all of a sudden they're just making plays that they normally wouldn't because they're just like, fuck it. I know who I have to rely on, and it's me.
Well,
and 47-year-old Adam Thielen, however old he is.
He's so old.
He led the team. He was injured for like 5 games and still led the team in receiving.
Well, that is a not so in-depth look at the lower half of next year's season and a bit of our way too early NFL 2025 predictions, because now it's time for everybody's favorite game, Fire Guy Kev Guesses College Mascots.
This was so funny to edit last week. I'm so happy to be part of it this week.
Ladies and gentlemen,
now, are you doing what we found out first?
Welcome back to another episode of FGK Guesses College Mascots. I'm your ever-loving host, as always, Jackal Joker, and tonight I am joined by my lovely co-hosts. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Mike. I put on a dress for this.
Yes, you did. The skimpy number this week, I see.
Yeah, sorry. I know my balls are showing. That's my bad.
oh, don't.
I did not judge length.
There's a lamppost in my room. I'm Era V1.
Perfect. And
allegedly.
Our contestant, as always this week, Mr. Fire Guy Kev. So, FGK, are you ready for another week of questions? Oh, the stage fright's getting to him.
I think I got this week on lockdown. I gotta stop doing that.
There we go. Now he's back. Oh, the stage fright got him done it over with already.
Spooked me.
As a quick refresher, so my co-host can think of some teams, FGK, I'm going to ask you a question about last week. What is the team name of Tulane?
Oh, fuck.
You had this question a week ago.
Oh, wait, Tulane. No, that's the Wavy Boys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but it's a color. It's the
what
Tulane.
color?
It's not the Black Flashers. That's Kent
No,
State.
that's Kent State.
I believe Tulane is it's blue or green. It's blue or green. It's blue or green. Hold on. I know it's one or the other one. I just don't know which one. Give me the Tulane Green Waves.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yay!
He can retain some information, ladies and gentlemen. He got a brain in there. Oh, my word.
Yay, he learned.
Oh, my God. Women,
He can
please
learn.
pull your panties back up. He does not need any more in his collection.
Ooh, it's hot.
All right, so he can retain the info from last week, but are you ready for more teams this week? Fire Guy Kev. Mike, I want to start with you.
I don't have any. Oh wait, I do. I do have one. What is the mascot for Rice?
For Bryce or Rice?
Rice.
Rice. R-I.
Like the food.
Yep.
Right. There's a college named
like
Rice.
Jerry.
Indeed there is.
Oh fuck! Well, that's already bad. I don't. The rice carbs.
That would have been extremely fucking entertaining. Unfortunately, that is not correct.
Shit.
It is Rice University. They are in 2K.
Okay. Give him a little hint. You are in the world of animals.
Oh, they're always animals. The rice. Does it walk or fly?
But both.
Theoretically,
Both.
both.
It
can do both.
It
More
can
than
do
capable
both.
of both.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that takes
More
out the
than
penguins.
capable of both.
Not the Rice Penguins. Sorry.
Not a penguin.
Okay.
I would like the team named the Penguins, though.
Not the ostriches either.
Ah,
No, not the Flamingos.
Both. What
Wait,
animal
flamingos fly, don't
notoriously does both?
Notoriously is a wrong word to use in this sentiment.
It just,
What
it just
bird is
can.
notorious for flying and or walking?
What kind of an animal can fly and walk?
Okay. The rice pigeons.
Ooh, striking the fear into the hearts of absolutely nobody. It is in fact not the rice pigeons.
Damn it. That may have been a little bit of wishful thinking.
You know, Kev retained his information last week. I really thought we were in for a new day.
Oh,
Who could
the
have
rice
seen that one
owls.
come? Ah!
Hey!
Ding, 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 ding.
There we go.
you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
That was a good hint. That was good.
Oh boy.
I almost said the rice
last week. I'm
piggies.
going.
But I stopped myself.
Who could it be?
Yeah.
Who could the mascot be? Who doesn't pick
I
up
thought
on
that
it
was
at
a little
all?
too direct. I thought because like
Apparently,
New
he
Day
picks
could have been
up on-
unicorns. You know, they fly and walk.
The rice owls. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
I like the rice pigeons a little bit more, but I'm biased.
I'm personally in favor of the rice carbs, but that's just
Yeah, rename yourself, please.
You know, they should really go for the actual snack that it is and just call it the rice cakes.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I like
Hey.
that one.
Trademark
Okay.
that.
Mr. Era,
Mm-hmm.
your school.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I recently saw this school's foreclosed stadium when I went on vacation in the beginning of January. When I went to Hawaii. What is the name of their football team?
Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you've played them I know that you've played them in NCAA. I have watched you play them. I've watched you play this team.
Ironically, I think I could tell you their team colors more than I could tell you their mascot name. Are
They have quite a
black and
few
green?
team colors.
That well, no, I think they do have a black and green variant.
I think
okay.
that is.
All right,
I think
shit.
that is their quote unquote primary and secondary. Yes,
Yeah.
but you
Okay.
can make the argument that multiple colors, a lot of colors.
Is this an animal, an object?
Just real quick, like to interject. Not the Hawaii Big Kahunas either.
Not the
Just wanted to quick throw
not
that
the
out
big
there.
kahunas.
Okay. Is it an object?
This one, not an animal.
Not an animal.
Not
An animal.
Not an animal.
An animal, if you will.
What is Hawaii known for? Jurassic Park. The
That is a
Rock,
great question. What is
volcanoes.
Hawaii known for?
Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii.
I'll give you a
5-0.
hint. I saw a lot of this on my vacation.
Samoans.
Oh.
I did see quite a few Samoans. Like,
The Hawaii Oompa Loompas, or whatever they call the Roman Reigns thing.
I did not see any Oompa Loompas.
Damn it.
What does Hawaii have a lot of? They got a lot of hula skirts. They got the Lilo and Stitch. I think that takes place in Hawaii.
Can I give you another hint?
Sure.
This is gonna clue you in. I'm gonna give you 2 hints. Hint number 1, it's 2 words.
Okay.
Hint number 2, this is gonna clue you into one of the words.
Okay.
It's think for one of the words, think something that Hawaii has, think musical kind of.
Flutes.
Think that.
The Hawaii flutes.
No, no, not an instrument. More of a it's the Hawaii is synonymous with one of these words.
I'm gonna go with hula skirts again, but they don't make music.
You don't know that they might with the way they swish.
What music? I don't know. What's the thing in Zelda? The Macarena?
Ocarina?
The Ocarina?
Link, you must save me.
You could say that one of these words. You could say that one of these words is an occupation. It's something that Hawaii has.
The Hawaii doctors.
Opposite of doctors. Opposite of doctors.
The Hawaii morgue.
On vacation and is.
No, not morgue. No, morgue
heal.
is not an occupation.
They don't heal. They don't
heal.
What's opposite of heal?
Face.
Not wrestling.
No. I'm sorry, Hawaii. I'm trying, man.
What's the opposite of heel?
Toe?
That's on the opposite side of a heel.
I can't. Opposite of a heel. An elbow?
My favorite. Who's on first?
Kevin.
What's on second type bit we've done.
Heel.
Jesus.
This isn't a bit, Mike. This is real.
Heel.
You go to the doctor.
Heel.
Health. Heel. You go to the. Oh my God.
Oh.
He's talking about HEAL. Heal.
Heel.
I didn't think this would be this hard. I didn't think this would be this hard. I thought you would know this one.
Lordy.
I thought I was giving you a fucking gimme. I thought I was giving you a little fucking warm up pass here. Jesus
the Hawaii
Christ.
deaths.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
Are we close?
They could cause death. One of these words could cause death.
You're
Hawaii
getting
heart
close. Oh my God. No, that's what the big guy had that did the ooh.
Hey, that's another hint. That's another hint for one of the words.
The ukulele guy.
Yeah, the ukulele guy.
That's
What was
it.
he?
That's the
what
music.
was he singing about? What was he singing about?
Oh, the Hawaii rainbows.
That's one of the words.
Oh, he
That's
got
one of the
one
words.
Oh,
That's one of the words.
Oh shit.
The Hawaii rainbow heart attacks.
Now the second word. Somebody who could bring death. Opposite of a doctor. Occupation.
Rain doctor.
What?
Rainbow rain doctors.
Kev seeing a shaman. What the fuck is going on here?
This has been my favorite segment we've ever done.
Papa Shango's coming out.
So is rainbow full word or is rain or bow?
Rainbow is the first word. Rainbow is the first word.
I got it. I just figured it out. I think I remember now.
And
the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors.
yes,
I got it.
Yes, it only took 10 minutes, but you got there.
Oh shit! Why
That
am I
made
sweating?
my chest hurt and my heart happy.
Oh
at the
my
same
God.
time.
Oh God! All right, so
Hawaii,
you've gone-
I thought it was a gimme. Your island was very beautiful. It's a shame the stadium got foreclosed. It was very nice. Well, it didn't get foreclosed. It got condemned. I'm sorry.
You're about to go from
for about 10 minutes.
What's the opposite of heel? Face, Kevin.
Face. Oh,
Heel.
what?
Oh.
You've gone from easy to medium. You are now in hard.
Oh boy, that was medium.
Oh, that's medium compared to this one.
I thought that was a gimme.
Shit.
Oh God.
Give me the team name of the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Alabama at Birmingham. Oh.
There's no earthly way you're gonna get this one at all.
Can I get my usual? Is an animal or not an animal?
Give me a guess first. Throw it out left field. Balls to the
Alabama.
wall.
It's definitely an animal.
Give me something. Pick one right now.
Okay. What is Alabama known for? What do they have in Alabama? They got. They got. Shit. The Alabama Roll Tides?
That is not, in fact, the Alabama Roll Tide.
Damn it.
Hey, Jackal.
To make
can
sure
I?
this bit doesn't go for 30 minutes, it is not an animal that exists in Alabama.
Can I take a shot at a hint right now?
Oh, you had a hint? Sure.
Hey, Kev.
Tell me still.
Hey, Kev. Hey,
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah.
It's Dandy's favorite football team from a mascot perspective. My significant other, Dandy Dragons.
As featured on an episode.
The Alabama Dragons?
Oh! There we go!
Is that really a hit?
The University of Alabama at Birmingham Dragons.
I would have never.
Aren't they
got that
technically?
Oh, yeah.
a million years?
Aren't they technically the Blazers?
Close enough. I'm not gonna fight. The whole 2 times you guys were going, I was trying to think of clues to spoon feed them to Blazers. I'll just take Dragons. Dragons works too.
You could have said
Sure.
Shaggy
Rogers
or Snoop Dogg.
Oh, he's a Blazer.
Well, he's definitely a Blazer.
I probably would have called.
He probably
Alabama
they were like
Potheads.
green and yellow uniforms too. Their uniforms look
All right.
nice.
Mike, the last one for this week goes to you.
Oh man.
You better make it a good one.
Now you know what? I think we send him home happy. How about we go for a team that people should know? How about we go with Minnesota?
Oh, he's not gonna get this.
Vikings.
Minnesota. I did
He's not
think
gonna
my
get
first thought
this.
was Minnesota Vikings.
Jesus Christ.
And I'll
Send him
give you
home
your freebie. It is an animal, but it's
Okay.
a 2-parter. It's an animal with a color. Color first.
An animal that has color. Okay, so we're gonna go through like Red Robin.
I'll give you another
Blue
hint. We've
Jay.
talked about this team before, but you don't remember talking about it because it was when we were talking about Dynasty mode stuff like a
That
year
doesn't
ago.
help me. The
Yeah.
Minnesota. What like flows off the tongue that's got color? The Minnesota Blue Jays.
Well, if you want to say
No,
what
that's
flows off the
baseball.
tongue too, both words start with the same letter.
Mhm. There's some alliteration.
Yes. Oh, okay. The blue. Fuck.
Not the blue fucks.
Nope. That is not alliteration.
The Minnesota.
I do like the blue fucks though.
Minnesota Blue Fuck taking on the Kent State Black Flashers.
I'd watch that game.
Hi, yikes.
Oh man. They both start the same. I gotta find so it'd be like the Purple Penguins.
Yeah, there you go.
No, not
There you
penguins.
go.
you
Not
fail-
penguins.
If you fail a little bit, I'll give you another hint that will make it a bit easier.
Okay.
And
All
by
right,
a bit, I mean a
so
lot.
we got. So it's an animal. It's a color,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
both start with the same letter.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The Black Badgers.
No.
No.
Why's it gotta be black again?
This is 2 weeks in a row, Kev. Do we have to have a talk?
When the white team gonna show up?
What animal starts with the
The white wombats. Oh.
The white wombat.
Nope,
That
Not
sounds
white
like a college
wombats
team.
either.
That's the first expansion team into Idaho.
It's UFL.
Should I give him the next hint?
Give
Yeah.
me no hint. I can't
Yeah.
even
Smoke's coming out of
fathom.
his ears.
Fathom, yes.
The color is a color we just talked about from a team that you kept on calling the Black Flashers.
Black. So they're black.
No,
No,
you did not
not
listen
black.
to the hint
It's their
properly.
actual color.
Oh, yellow.
No.
Oh,
No.
Jesus. Oh, God.
No. A shade.
He can only
Shade.
retain finite information, ladies and gentlemen.
We are.
Memory retention of
he
a
is-
peanut.
He is purging files from his memory in real time.
I'm so confused.
Another team
what
we
was-
talked
what was
about
Ken's
last
name?
week.
The Black Flashers.
Not the
No, what was
Black-
their
Kevin!
No!
What was their real
Their
name?
actual
goddammit?
name. You said it 15 minutes ago.
Was it
Kev!
Yellow Jackets?
Kyle, what are you
Blue
doing?
Jackets! Oh my God, not the Blue Jackets!
Oh God,
Oh,
we
Wait,
lost
shut
him,
up.
folks.
Kent
We
State-
lost him.
Oh my God! Oh my
We
God!
wanted
All
to
right,
send
this
him
is
home happy. We did one
Oh,
more.
okay.
No, we lost him.
Wait, the Kent State.
Golden Flashes,
Golden
Kevin.
Flashes.
Golden
Golden
Flashes.
flashes. Now, using that
Okay.
information, there's alliteration. There's an animal. Please, for the love
The
of
Golden
God, Kev.
Gophers.
Yes.
My
Thank
God!
you.
Oh my God, he got it!
Thank you. Oh my God, we're gonna do this every week. I'm gonna go fucking insane. I'm gonna go insane.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Fire guy Kev Guesses college mascots wrapped up for another week. We'll see you next week, America.
Speaking of going insane, shout out to AEW for making me go insane of staying up until 11 p.m. for the NBA All-Star bullshit to be finished for Collision to start, it being quite honestly a kind of lackluster show, and driving me insane by using an 18-foot by 18-foot ring. And I was sitting here and I was like, that ring looks smaller. It looks like they have more room. And Mike, you were like, oh, no, it's the same size. They just have more room at ringside. And I was like, yeah, surely you're right. No, I was right. It was an 18-foot by 18-foot ring. And apparently it caused people to fucking trip and fall.
Yeah, I'm hilarious. Sorry. Hey, I'm going to say this right fucking now. If you have that big of a problem with the size of a fucking ring being 2 feet by 2 feet smaller, you go outside, sit down, and touch some fucking grass.
You know who had the problems with it? You know who had the problems with it? The people that had the problems with it were the guys that never went through the indies. The people that had the problems with it were the WWE guys that were used to the 20 by 20 foot ring. Because even when WWE goes abroad, they try to get a 20 by 20 foot ring. So apparently it caused problems, but there were other problems with AEW Grand Slam Australia, the first of which being that it was not supposed to be a collision. It was supposed to be a pay-per-view. They changed that.
I was choking on an apricot here, but I got to throw this out there as the professional wrestler. Mm-hmm. They train you, and you brought this up because of the indies, when you're trained in a smaller ring, they legit teach you how to run in different sized rings in a ring. I've worked in 16 and 18, and the only thing that changes is the 1 foot when you run the ropes. You take an extra step, and that's it. Besides that, there is no difference.
Again, you want to know who had problems with it? The shitty fans on the internet, none of the wrestlers.
The wrestlers should have no problem.
Baby fuck fans on the internet going, oh, that ring's small.
Who's the baby fuck?
Literally every fan that complained about it. If you're a fan that complained about it,
you're a baby fuck.
All right?
You're a baby fuck.
Baby fuck.
You're a fucking idiot.
Any professional
every time I saw it made me want to have a fucking aneurysm.
And 16 foot, and they'll never have an issue with it.
Allegedly, Buddy Matthews did roll his ankle because of it. He said that it was because of it.
No, he was just saying that because he was being funny.
Oh, was it just a shitpost? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to Buddy Matthews being on social media.
He's like, Okada wouldn't have been able to reach the rope. He wouldn't have been able to hit me with the Rainmaker, and I wouldn't have lost that match. That was the rest of his post.
Okay. No, yeah, I agree. Case closed. Buddy Matthews, unfortunately, has... AEW has run into this problem with Buddy Matthews where he's never really had a singles push, so they still don't know what to call his finisher, because in NXT, it used to be called Murphy's Law. So when he hit Murphy's Law during his match on Collision, Excalibur went Murphy's Law, and then Shivani went Matthews Law. So
it doesn't help that his backup finisher is the stomp.
The stomp or Rhea's trap that she does.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, I mean, it'd be fine if it was just that, but he's been doing the stomp to win a lot of matches recently. Because,
I like him using the stomp. I think if you know the part of his WWE character, I think it makes sense that he would adopt something like that.
It does.
But, I also think he should focus more on developing himself and his moves because, again, he hasn't had that much of a singles push to the point where they don't even know what to call his finisher because it was his WWE name still. And he's been in AEW for how long? So, I think that's something that needs to address.
Shitty booking. That's not really his fault, though.
Well, yeah, it's Tony Khan doing Tony Khan shit. And he did not, in my opinion, book this show the way that I thought he would. First of all, for the record, like I said, AEW did have to size down. They were originally in I believe the same stadium that WWE ran at one point, but basically when WWE went to Australia, they had like 50,000 plus for Elimination Chamber, right? AEW 10,000. Now that being said, when they moved down to the smaller arena, they did have that packed to the rafters. In my opinion, that was the building they should have booked from the beginning, because when you're packed to the rafters, even if it's small, it still looks impressive, and they were legitimately up to the fucking rafters. So that looked really, really cool, but they pissed off a lot of people by A, changing it from a pay-per-view to Collision, and B, changing the size of the venue.
I mean, watching the matches, the first match was the steal of the night. I don't know why you'd put that first.
Absolutely. That should have been the main event by far.
Yeah. You ended with it. I mean, they were like, well, this was the best story we could have done by far. And then it's Toni Storm just winning with a roll up, which they were like, well, that's what she trained for her whole rookie career. Hardy har har. Which again, whatever.
Listen, I think it was cool that Toni Storm was able to main event and win. That Excalibur gave this little bit while she was coming out to the ring. It was the first building that she saw a wrestling show in. So that is a very cool full circle moment for Toni Storm. I really, really, really wish they would have had her be rookie Toni Storm for like another 6 months. There was tons more that you could have done. Every AEW pay-per-view, you could have done one of those backstage segments. You could have done her like going into like gimmick matches and stuff like that. It would have been hilarious. I understand that timeless Toni Storm has a little bit more draw than rookie Toni Storm, but I think what she was doing was hilarious. I really hope that this is just the last of Toni Storm and Mariah May, because it seems like this has been AEW's main event answer for years.
Well, and then on top of that, you had Mercedes win again.
Yeah, 4 belts Monet, Sasha Christ coming through.
In beating the most over person they have in AEW. Well, not the most over, but the most over woman probably.
And an Aussie and a native.
Yeah. And then you had the Death Riders beat Edge and Jay White, and then beat
for
him
like
down
the 4th time.
Well, and then somebody said it online, and he was probably right, and it pisses me off, which means Edge is going to beat Mox clean, Christian's going to come in, cash in his stupid contract thing, beat Edge, and completely negate the Edge win anyways, and we're just going to have Christian as champion, and he's not going to do much for like 6-7 months.
Imagine putting your world title on a 40, 50-year-old man. Don't get me wrong, Christian looks great. I don't know if you've seen, but when he has the turtleneck off, he's shredded. He looks great. He's definitely in a whole lot better shape than I am. I'm not trying to say anything there. But imagine having AEW's roster and then, no offense, putting your main world title on Christian so he can be a champion that is a heel champion surrounded by a faction so he doesn't have to defend. That's what's going to happen.
And, like, they're using Kenny to go after Takeshita for that championship, and then Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher facing each other. All of these are great matches, just like we're going to get Hangman versus MJF. Another great fucking match. So we have those three amazing matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the whole rest of their company to work with, and they just keep on fucking up.
Yeah. I specifically do not understand the decision to have Harley Cameron. She is a fucking star. Go listen to Collision. Go listen to how loud everybody got for the dumb, funny shit that Harley Cameron did. She pulled out a fucking puppet in the middle of the match and got a bigger pop than some people in their fucking finishes. She is a star.
Got a bigger pop than regular Mercedes got.
Yeah, she is.
When they had to pipe in the CEO.
In my opinion, I don't want to say that she's like the female Joe Hendry, but that's kind of what her character is. She's an entertainer. That makes her fun to watch. That's not a bad thing. And if AEW is smart, they would realize that they have tons and tons and tons of money just waiting to be made from Harley Cameron. But instead, even in her hometown, she can't do it because Tony Khan's like, I gotta put over Mercedes Moné. I gotta do it. Let's fucking go. I gotta do it. And he's like, dude, why does she need to have 4 fucking belts? Why 4? And even that she has 4, why not lose 1? Why not lose just 1? You know, obviously they're teasing a story between her and this New Japan kind of belt. So like, I don't know if they're going. I don't know if she's gonna be around on American TV long. I don't know what that schedule looks like. Like, we bitch about Sasha Christ every week, but you know, unfortunately AEW is gonna give us a lot more of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Yeah, they like I said, they had some really good matches that pay-per-view, and then they just had somewhere I was like, okay, whatever. Like,
Great matches, shit finishes.
Yeah, where they all of a sudden seem like they just suddenly end, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. And
okay.
This feels weird to say, but I was thinking about it. I know just a couple of weeks ago, in the grand scheme of things, I know we were saying AEW wasn't telling enough stories. Now I think AEW might be telling a little bit too many because they're not as detailed as they should be. They're not the same quality of stories that we get from WWE, right? And I mean, you want to look at the main difference of how many stories are being told. WWE PLEs are 5 matches. AEW collisions are 6, 7. So, you know, there's a lot going on at AEW, and it's mostly Tony Khan who's writing this stuff. I mean, Bryan Danielson is apparently involved in some of it, and, you know, there's some backstage people. Like, it's not all Tony Khan, but a majority of that lies with Tony Khan, where in WWE, you do have a writing staff. You know, it's a little bit more spread out, and I think I think when you could hide WWE's shitty booking behind Vince McMahon, I think AEW was something that people really, really look towards. I think now it's like, you know, AEW isn't that good, WWE's better. And I think that's how a lot of people are looking at it. And I think that's a fair take to have of AEW right now. Because quite honestly, I feel like TNA probably tells a higher quality of stories right now than AEW.
Well, I mean, they always have. AEW really can only tell, like, one good story at a time. And I think the one they've been telling has been the Don Callis family, more predominantly them building the shit out of Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita, and then just kind of going, oh yeah, and the Death Riders are bad guys, and right now they're picking on Edge and Jay White. Rawr.
Why?
Look at them, they're mean.
If the whole story that Kyle Fletcher is trying to tell right now, if the whole story that he's trying to tell right now is that he's trying to be different from Will Ospreay and he's trying to stand out and be his own person, why wouldn't he go after Jon Moxley, who's trying to get people to live up to their full potential? You know what I mean? Like that's what the main event scene should be. And because the Death Riders, it gets stale when it's Jon Moxley versus Edge and Jay White for a month, and then, you know, they eventually get rotated out. Like, you know, it was Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends for a while, and, you know, like it's a rotating cast of who's gonna get beat up by Jon Moxley this week. And it's like, if you put some fresh names in there, I mean, Kyle Fletcher could have a damn good match against any of the Death Riders. He doesn't even have to go against Jon Moxley. You can make him a star just by going against Claudio. So, like, there's so much that could happen there, and instead it's just the same kind of people getting rotated around the main event scene in AEW. It's whoever Tony Khan's favorites are. I get it, but it's their flaws are starting to become apparent.
Well, it's just, I think people are getting tired of seeing those flaws continuously, because the flaws have always been there. It's just it's usually covered by really great wrestling, and they still have it. It's just you took away a lot of who people loved and are now just kind of putting out people that you've already seen a million times.
Yeah.
Luckily, though, I was going to say we got to have an actually good pay-per-view instead. Like, don't get me wrong, Collision was good.
It was good. It was watchable.
Vengeance Day was great.
Yes. Yeah, and in my opinion, Saturday was the kind of the fight of the women's divisions, because, you know, they were the main events for the most part, and man, NXT killed it, and they are looking so much stronger now with I mean, I guess at the end, the arrival of Jordan Grace quite literally making them look a lot stronger. So, I mean, you know, NXT is one of the best women's divisions, if not the best women's division ever. And we saw that starting off with the women's North American title. The Booker T, man, he has no fucking regrets.
No, he has no chill when it comes to Stephanie Vancouver.
He's just sitting there.
Me neither.
Fair.
Me neither, dude. Not the quick butt in, but I know I'm the one who definitely knows the least about NXT wrestling right now. I just wanted to say that this is probably the first time in forever where not the NXT men's roster is better than the main division. I 100% think NXT women's division right now leaps and bounds better than the main roster women's division at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm to that point. I think it's because, unfortunately, Triple H has fallen into the same shit Vince kind of did, where it's like, okay, NXT, they're allowed to go out and just swing for the fucking fences. Those women end up hurting themselves because they just take chances. On the main roster, they don't do that as much, which is crazy because they used to have Shotzi on the main roster. Now she's back on NXT, not doing a fucking thing. But, you know, she's a woman that in the indies dove headfirst into a pile of chairs outside the ring and just popped up like it was nothing.
Yeah, why not?
And now and I mean, Candice LeRae was the queen of what? Blood matches in fucking indie?
Yeah, she was a killer.
Oh, boy.
And now she's just the poison pixie
She's
or whatever?
Nia Jackson's
Pixie
bodyguard.
Princess. Oh,
that
Jesus.
Too. Yeah.
How could I forget?
I mean, like, if you're going to put all these people on the main roster, let them still fucking cook. I mean, you have Bayley going out, putting on a better match on NXT than she does on the main roster.
Yeah. I think where NXT really shines for me is that you can see these people develop into stars. Fallon Henley is someone who has developed so fucking much. Go back and watch this Women's North American match. Watch Fallon Henley's face. That is what you need to be doing. She's not only selling things physically, but she's making it look like it hurts. Her eyes are moving around, looking where they need to look. It like that made it believable. It legitimately was to the point where, like, I'm sitting there, you know, obviously I'm trying to be a little bit more critical than others because I'm trying to analyze and review it for this. But at the same time, I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's standing out to me. That's standing out more than some of the spots that they're doing, because I'm like, holy shit. Because I remember when she first started and she wasn't much more than an escort down to the ring. And that is growth right there.
Yeah, she's come a long way. And I mean, having a match with Stephanie, both of them just going at it. It was an impressive first match.
Yeah, and it led wonderfully into an impressive second match, the men's tag champ matches. We don't really have to talk about this too much because there wasn't really much in here. However, I do want to say, again, going back to making stars, Josh Briggs is another guy who has improved greatly. And I think this pairing of him and Yoshoiki Inamura, somebody who I've never heard of before, they absolutely fucking killed it. And apparently Yoshoiki is Great Muta's protege. So he's involved in the WWE now. That's awesome.
Well, I guess, so from what I was seeing, he was just kind of a guy that was farting around in Noah. WWE was like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll pick him up. We'll put him in here somewhere. Maybe we can do something with him. They put him in this tag team.
He's great.
And for them being like a tag team for a week, maybe two, they were phenomenal. Taking on Fraxium, like that blew me away how good that match was.
Yeah, and he got over immediately.
And I think it went to prove that Fraxium just can't have a bad match.
Oh, yeah, no, and they've been on a roll. And Fraxium has been one of those teams that's been crossing over some lines, going over to TNA and having a face-off with the TNA tag champs, the Hardys, but still going over to TNA. So that's a very cool opportunity. And now getting to work with, I don't know if Yoshihiki is, I don't know if he's under a WWE contract or if he's kind of a Noah representative like there were some WWE and TNA. I don't know. But I hope he's around because that was a good one. This match, we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but it did also end with the Shield run-in, the new Shield 4.0. WWE is trying again. They recycled the same fucking masks. They're trying again.
You're shitting me.
Yeah.
Look it up. They definitely just bought like a bulk supply of those on Amazon.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuck it, guys, here, wear them.
Yeah, they really thought the Shield was going to wear it for more than they did, and then they like found a bunch in a closet, and they were like, oh, we can recycle these. But we'll talk about more of that because like that happened more towards the end of the men's match here. But the next match on this card, which was an absolute evil, Shawn Michaels, you were an evil man for booking this during Black History Month. It was a strap match.
Can we talk about
Eddie Thorpe versus Trick?
Well, and I guess to be fair, Eddie Thorpe is what, Native American?
Native American, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
it was not a white man whipping a black man during Black History Month, but hell of a time to book a strap match.
And to have the black guy also lose said strap.
Yeah.
Which Eddie Thorpe has been nothing. He tried to
hear that, Eddie? You're
that,
nothing.
He tried to spin it that like he's doing great stuff for his people, all this stuff. He's been a jobber in NXT for his whole career, and then all of a sudden just pulled up a win over Trick. Blew my fucking mind. I was like, what? Why?
Yeah, and
hold on, Mike.
Good.
Real quick, Mike. What do you mean his people during Black History Month?
No, Eddie Thorpe is a Native American.
Somebody on X said, like, he was like, I don't know why he won this match. What was the point of it? And he's like, well, clearly you don't resonate with me and the people I stand for. And it's like, dude,
brother, it was just a strap match.
Yeah, it
was just a strap match. This is like your first major win ever. Take 5, bud.
I'm getting a real Rikishi. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it.
I thought it was a good match. But also Eddie Thorpe is on. This is his 4th strap match. So
is that his name too?
Eddie Thorpe. Yeah.
That is the whitest Native American name I've ever heard in my fucking life.
What do you want him to be, Chief Littlefoot?
Yeah.
Hey, it's taken. But no. So Eddie Thorpe is one of these guys that has, he's known for doing these strap matches, and not that that's a bad thing, but I think, I think for Eddie Thorpe to kind of prove himself, he needs more than just one good match that he has experience of being good in. He needs a little bit more depth. He needs a story that actually lets him explore, because like he wants, he like when he came in, he kind of had these promos and these vignettes, and it kind of clued people into who he was, but there's still a lot of just going, Eddie Thorpe, yeah, he's the Native American guy. And it's, it's unfortunate, but like that's how deep his character goes. He's the Native American guy. He's there to represent Native Americans. He's there because he idolized Native American wrestlers as a kid. So he has a great story of being there, but there's not a lot of depth, I hope he gets it. Yeah.
Does Sean not focus on anything that's not BBL Latinas? Unheard of.
No. Well, Sean was focused on Javon Evans as he jumped out of the ring and over the announce table. Because that boy Bouncy, when he went up against Ethan Page, Jesus Christ.
If you want to watch a crazy fucking spot, this man got so much speed that when he launched himself out of the ring, he literally flew across the announce table.
Holy shit.
Cleared it. Like in Vic Joseph's lap.
That better be in fucking 2K25 then, or I'm going to be pissed.
Listen, that boy Bouncy, that boy also going to be a star. Because he's doing this and he's like, what, fucking 20 or something like that?
Yeah.
All right,
I think he just turned 20.
Okay, yeah. All right. Bone's getting older as we talk about it. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm in my prime.
And then going up against a guy like Ethan Page, who you look at Ethan Page and you're like, I get that he started out in NXT. I get that. But like, why is he still there? I figured he would have been a call-up after the Rumble. Why is he still in NXT? He should be on the main roster.
I think
he should be on Raw.
Being in NXT.
Probably.
I think he likes...
he has a family. I get it.
Their whole angle is that, like, Javon had an issue with him because he broke Javon's fucking jaw.
Yeah.
Just for him to turn around and do it again in the same goddamn match.
Yeah.
He's like, doubling down on broken jaw, son. Enjoy.
Yeah, he had that thick ass mouth guard. And I think
his mouth.
I think people in the men's NXT championship match also would have liked a mouth guard as Oba Femi destroyed A-Town down. Oba feminists rise up. He's gonna be in 2K25. It was confirmed today. I'm very excited. Oba Femi is the new Brock Lesnar. He's a fucking beast. It's gonna be great.
He is, and they've been using him so well. Goddamn well.
I was gonna say he cut a promo in the pre-show in the fucking parking lot. And he gets right up into the camera and he's not yelling, but he's doing that thing where he's talking just soft enough to get you to come in, but just loud enough where you know that there's intensity behind it. And that is the way to cut a promo. He pulled you in. I stopped what I was doing to listen about Oba Femi, just basically saying that he didn't care if it was one person or two people in the ring. He was going to kill them, and he did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, and the best part about it is they also made him look human that match because Austin Theory had him beat. Grayson Waller pulled the ref out of the ring. And you're like, oh shit, Austin had him beat.
I thought they were putting the belt on Waller. I really thought that's where tonight was going, or last night or 2 nights ago was going. Whatever, you know what I
mean. But that was another one that was just a great fucking match. All those guys did their parts amazingly well. They made Obo look like a damn tank. They made both Waller and Theory look good.
I will say that it was good all around until we had the second run-in from the Shield 4.0. Shout out to Corey Graves for saying their names, but I already forget. But they did not try to be like, who are these people? It was Corey Graves being like, no, these are PC athletes. It's very obviously for people trying to make their name in the WWE, so I'm not going to shit on them too much. But
can we shit on the one guy that pulled his mask up and covered his fucking eyes?
Yes. How do you fuck up? How do you fuck up wearing a mask on night one? Night one! All you had to do was go out there and kick Obafemi and stand there. How do you fuck that up? How?
The same way you could ask Tonga Loa how he fucked up holding up a title belt. That's how.
They studied at the same school.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And thankfully, after this, though, the night was saved by the main event, the NXT Women's Championship match. A amazing 3-way. Star after star after star. Hey, listen, we were talking about Bailey before, but no, I mean that. Listen, if they want, I mean, you know,
a 4-way interview live on the 3 Counted Out podcast. Hopefully coming soon.
Go.
Yeah, this fucking cooked. Also, shout out to Bailey for kicking 3 people with 2.
Got talent.
How does that math? What? Kicking 3 people with 2 feet. 3 people with 2 feet. What the fuck?
Oh, did I say it was a triple? No. The men's. I'm sorry, I got confused. The men's championship match was a triple threat. This was a fatal 4-way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but what about the feet though?
Yeah, hold on.
They were holding hands. So she kicked him in the arms and kicked. It was like one of those like baseball slide kick, bottom rope kind of stay out of the ring type things.
Right.
I don't know. I saw it and I was like,
chips in her pants.
Maybe.
Oh no, no, BBL Bailey. Oh god.
Hey, Bailey had a wonderful time. She was also in like a fucking NBA game or something, right?
Yeah, she was in the NBA All-Star game.
Shit.
Nice.
Shit. Yeah, it was a hell of a pay-per-view, or I guess not pay-per-view, PLE, but I loved NXT Vengeance Day, and I think NXT is, if you're looking for a women's division to watch, that's the one to watch. And in my opinion, it is worth your time on a Tuesday. It is worth your time the day after to go watch the replay. Absolutely.
Which, and not to pick on AEW a little bit more, but here we go.
We can.
when you have a women's division that has Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale, you have Mercedes, you have Toni Storm, Mariah May, you have Taya Valkyrie, you have Deonna Purrazzo, you have Serena Deeb,
Jamie Hayter,
and on TV every week we see Tony and Mariah. And maybe Chris Statlander.
And Marina Shafir. She stands at ringside. She holds the briefcase.
And that's it. And you're like, where are the rest of those women? Because you should have a banger of a fucking division. Where are they? And they just got Megan Bayne, who is giant and gorgeous. And she doesn't have 5 because why not?
Sure.
Yes, she can. Why not? I ain't complaining.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop her. But
she can F5 me any day.
It's just like, okay, so we're just going to show the same 2-3 women, and then you bring in a new one that you're going to forget about in another month and a half like you have with all the other names you brought in.
Yes.
Okay. Meanwhile, NXT is over there going, yeah, we made a second belt, and we show all of our women weekly just in case. That's how you fucking do it. Also main roster, because you're not doing it fucking either.
They have Charlotte Flair. That is their women's division.
Excuse me, you refer to that roster by its proper name. Charlotte wrestles for the title every single week, and Friends. Come on.
The Charlotte Flair division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well,
there we go.
Speaking of Charlotte Flair and SmackDown's hopefully maybe getting a little bit of a shakeup because Road Dogg's coming in as the head writer now for SmackDown.
Very nice.
So
AJ had to climb out of the woodwork to defend him today.
Yeah, I don't know why people were talking shit on Road Dogg. He's produced for a while. He has a great track record.
He was a writer during Vince's stuff, during some of the bad stuff. But again, it was when Vince was going like hard editing.
Yeah, it's when Vince McMahon was getting the final say.
And it's like, well, nobody's actually writing anymore because Vince is literally changing everything day of. What the fuck do you expect them to do? Duh.
As long as he wasn't the one behind the dog food feud between Roman and Corbin, I am okay with it. Oh God, that's the dark days.
Yeah, that was bad.
Fan.
That was bad.
That was a bad time.
We don't talk about this.
We're on the bigger and better, and hopefully Road Dogg is leading us in the right direction. I just want to have one closing thought when it comes to wrestling this week, gentlemen, and I want to see where your minds are at. I have a bit of a claim here. I also don't know the data behind this to back it up as well, so take this with a grain of salt. I think this is going to be the first WrestleMania in quite some time where either winner is not going to main event either night of WrestleMania this year.
Of the Chamber?
The Rumbles. The Rumble.
Oh,
winners.
the Royal Rumble went. Oh shit.
What do you mean?
No, yeah, because I don't. They might open. Gunther and Jay might open, but they're not closing. There's no way they're closing.
Well,
I think they need to stop saying that Rumble winners get the main event of WrestleMania. Yep, I think they need to stop saying that.
Yeah, they just get a guaranteed shot.
Yeah, but they said main event this year, though, right?
They're not going to. We're not going to see Gunther and Jay for the main event. We're not going to see Super Kick Mania.
I'd make the argument that whether you like it or not, because Jey Uso is main event Jey Uso, he kind of has to be in the WrestleMania main event, or main event continues to just be a nickname.
But the feud's not there.
Then let me ask you this. Who do you move out of it? Because I feel like Cody Cena is a lock for night 2.
Yeah.
Cody Cena is a lock for night 2 because Cena's going to win the Elimination Chamber. And Jey Uso and Gunther is a lock for night 1 because they've already announced it.
What about the women?
So
that
the
means
women will
Charlotte
open.
versus Tiffany would have to be. I think that means they put Cena and Cody as the opener of one of the nights.
No,
I would make the argument that if anybody.
They've never put Cena first before, right? Oh, except for Austin Theory when he lost.
Well, yeah, but we don't count that match.
That was because of the Down syndrome kids, Michael.
They can't be up that late. They get tired.
I think Cena and Cody makes more sense as a night 2 main event. I think especially if Cena wins the Elimination Chamber, it makes a ton of sense. However, I think between the pairing of Gunther and Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes and John Cena, if there's going to be one of those two that is okay with their match being moved out of the main event, I see it being Cody and John. They may not mean it, but they would say it, and, that's just how they are. But I feel like that has to be your main event of night 2, and Jey Uso and Gunther has to be the main event of night 1. They won the Rumble. He's going to win the Chamber.
Think about it this way. Cody just main evented the last 2 WrestleManias. Yeah. Right?
He's that guy. He's got that dog in him.
See, I don't want to hear that. If we're going is where you think you're going, I don't want to hear it because Roman Reigns main event the last 32 WrestleManias.
Oh, I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm not saying he shouldn't. But what I'm saying is that I think that means, and unfortunately, I think it means that we get Charlotte Tiff night 1 and we get Jay Gunther night 2. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying, but I'm saying that's probably what's going to happen because they did say, unfortunately, the winners of the Rumbles get main event guaranteed. So if they go back on that, they're going to have a bunch of people pissed off going, "Oh, you can't say that. Not true. You guys are just a bunch of fucking liars."
And it's just like WWE hasn't lied before.
They went back on it literally 365 days ago. Sorry, Bailey.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's happened before. The year before that.
But that's because we clearly know they don't care about Bailey.
I just think
Rhea Charlotte at 39
didn't that happen to Edge
from
also?
the main event.
I just think they should stand by what they say.
Sami Zayn. 38. Who won that one? That was Ronda Rousey. She didn't main event night one. It was Kevin Owens and Stone Cold.
That was probably
Drew
bad.
McIntyre also didn't main event WrestleMania.
Well,
technically, Kevin Owens and Stone Cold wasn't a match.
That was the main event, though. That was win on last.
But it wasn't a match. It was the KO show.
Hold true, honestly, because they haven't in a long time.
I just think WWE should do what they say. I think they should follow through, even if it puts them in a hole. Even if it puts them in a bad spot, they should stand by what they decide.
I don't think they're going to, because
they're not going to.
You guys are forgetting about one match that has a lot of egos involved. And on paper right now, I understand I said what I said on the TikToks and the group chat. I do think there is a world where Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk takes the main event of night one. Cody and John take the main event of night two.
I actually agree with you, only because they made it such a point of where they're like, LOL, what a loser, you haven't main evented a WrestleMania before. What a fucking loser. Oh, he's main eventing. Okay.
Yep, and therefore that would knock out both Rumble winners out of both main event spots on either night.
I hope not.
Honestly,
I
don't think the Rumble winner needs a main event. They just need to have a shot at WrestleMania.
But that's what they say they get. It doesn't matter if they need it or not. Triple H booked the winner. He should stand by what he said.
Well,
it makes the Rumble mean nothing if you just get it moved.
All right, gentlemen. To your corners. Collect your thoughts. We'll visit this again next week.
Collect your thoughts, because I want to take some time. We're it's hour and a half in here, so I want to get to the comment of the week here. And this week we have two. This is a special one. The first comment of the week comes from YouTube AI. That's right, the YouTube AI overview from our newest video. We watched the worst indie wrestling ever, which was me, Jackal Joker, and my significant other, Dandy Dragons, watching.
You guys watch TNA or something?
Nope.
Close.
Nope. No, he wasn't paying attention.
Close. We watched FGK versus Ryan Sims.
No.
So here's what YouTube. This is their AI overview. This is what. this is what it said. It said, this video from the 3 Count Out podcast is a hilarious roast of a seemingly low-budget independent wrestling show. The video focuses on the match between wrestler FGK and newcomer named Ryan Sims.
Yeah, that's fair.
Here's a breakdown of the key points. Number 1, terrible wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
The wrestlers are criticized for their lack of technical skills and charisma. The commentators, not us, I checked, the actual IWTV commentators, whoever's doing commentary for this match, the commentators make fun of FGK's physique. Now, AI gets this wrong. It says especially his opponent's camel toe. Or especially his camel toe. It was your opponent's camel toe. Ryan Sims has very aggressive camel toe in that promo.
At least I didn't have the camel toe. I was just
right. No. Yeah. Hey, that was when you were training. You looked very clean in that match. Point number 2: bad production. The show's production quality is severely lacking, with poor camera angles, shaky footage, and a distracting black wrestling apron. That's specifically calling me out because I didn't
apron.
Because the apron was blank. It was just a black apron, and it was cutting off your heads when you would get close to the ropes. Their hard cam looked horrible. Number 3, awkward interview. You'll like this one. FGK's pre-match interview is cringeworthy, demonstrating his lack of charisma and stage presence. That's from AI.
Damn.
This next one is uninspired commentary, because we were shitting on the people that were actually doing commentary, because the commentators, despite the sheer absurdity of the match, seem largely unamused, offering bland commentary that lacks energy. That was specifically a comment that we made about the IWTV commentators, because they were like, here comes FGK. There he goes. They were shit. And then the last one here is over-the-top promos. This one's interesting. The YouTube AI got a little confused here, because a character named Jackal Joker delivers a bizarre promo making outlandish claims about FGK being a masterclass wrestler. Jackal, were you cutting some bizarre promo about FGK being a masterclass wrestler?
It wasn't bizarre and outlandish. It was real and based.
Well, I think YouTube AI is on my side. But the overview goes on to say, overall, the video is mainly a humorous look at the bizarre world of independent wrestling. It's more about poking fun at the show's flaws, which, yeah, unfortunately it is, rather than offering serious commentary on the sport. Spoiler alert, we were just kind of shitting on your match the entire time. But if you want to go watch that video, it's live on YouTube.
Taco Line's better.
Oh, that's another video, actually. We that one's already been out for a while.
God. Oh, good. Okay, good. Phew.
That one comes out, I think, next week? Or no, that was in this video, wasn't it? Was it both in this video?
No, the Taco one is we watched before when he went one-on-one with some punk named DJ Snook.
Because we have we have your backyard match. And then we have your match here. So I guess we still have the taco match to put out because we did watch that one.
It's coming. It's on its way.
It's coming. It's on its way. However, the second comment of the week, because that's not really a comment. So the second comment of the week.
What is? Wait, hold on. Can we just go back to YouTube AI? Yeah. What is that?
We can post the photos.
Yeah, YouTube has a feature where it basically listens to the video and then summarizes it, like ChatGPT writes out a summary. It's supposed to be so that way if you're browsing videos, you can see which ones interest you, but it's really not too accurate. It's learning, though. It's very new. I work with AI at work, so I know that this shit needs time. But the actual comment of the week this week is directed at Jackal Joker, who, in my absence, decided to go to war with the city of Philadelphia, which I do not support. Okay? Listen.
I'll do it again.
Listen. Hey. What? You better listen. Because the comment of the week this week comes from your friend that you had an argument with, AJ Pettigrew 347. He said, and from the Philadelphia fan, we don't give a fuck of what y'all think of us. Worry about your pathetic team and your winning season. Just hope y'all can repeat that.
Wow, he sounds like a bitch.
And while we're at it, a little follow-up here. Shout out another comment of the week from Scott Eck, who said bro's acting like he's on the team. You responded with, here you are defending the team. Scott responded with a very base response. He said, when did I defend either team? I hate them both very much. You just sound like a little bitch. And you know what? I stand by that comment, Jackal. You just kind of sounded like a little bitch. You can bitch and complain about the dynasty, but that doesn't change the fact that the dynasty is here. It's not my fault that you fuckers can't win football. It's not my fault that you guys can't stay healthy.
Oh, nobody likes us. Oh, we don't care that anybody likes us.
We don't care.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
ESPN,
Go Birds.
ESPN doesn't say anything good about our team.
Birds.
They don't say anything good about our team. All they said was how we wanted Coach Sirianni publicly lynched in week 5. We don't care what anybody thinks about us. Oh, but no, the media outlets saying that we're not good.
Nobody likes us. We don't care.
Fuck
you.
Everything that we've
got.
Birds. No. We don't care about your comments. Oh, but I'm going to respond to your comment.
Hey, how's your defensive line feeling? How's your offensive line feeling?
Oh, I don't care. I just keep coming back. Oh, yeah, you're a little bitch. Yeah, you sound like a punk-ass little bitch. Brother, then why are you still commenting? Why are you still giving me the time of day? I obviously hurt your little feelings that you need to keep on coming back over and over and over again to prove your point. You won the Super Bowl title already. Go the fuck home. I don't like either team. Oh my God, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy, Gary, whatever the fuck your name is. I don't give a shit.
Scott Eck.
No, I'm the cool one.
His username is his real name. That's a bold move.
You guys aren't as cool as me. I don't like either team. Grow the fuck up then. Why are you here in the comments? What purpose do you serve here?
Well,
are you a hockey fan?
Actually,
are you some sort
the
of brain dead moron that likes to watch cricket or something?
I know
the
purpose.
Enjoy your darts. Leave. This doesn't concern you. Go.
Would you like to hear the purpose of why they're in the comments? The purpose of Scott Eck being here is so that way he can follow us over on Spotify and leave a comment and let us know if the birds are overrated. And you can find us over on YouTube at 3 Count Out Podcast. You can subscribe to us there. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever we post, whatever we post. And you can find us on all other major podcast platforms. And I forget to say this, but also you can email us, 3countoutpodcast@gmail.com. We got an email now. But yeah, it's who knows what next week has to carry. But I mean, Jackal, if you keep getting threats by Philly fans,
we're going to be at war with Canada soon, so that's fine.
Well,
it already started in NHL. It's only going up from there.
Well, if you want to throw hands, you can find me over at twitch.tv/EraV1, or you can find me at youtube.com @EraV1Music. I'm also on all major streaming platforms.
If you just so happen to be a fan of the Dallas Eagles, I'm sorry, the Philadelphia Cowboys, I'm sorry.
You mean the concrete Cowboys? That's the thing.
Huh?
They ride horses through the streets of Philadelphia.
You guys would be the Cowboys. That makes sense. Jackal's point just keeps getting proved through and through. Regardless, you can follow me at youtube.com/FireGuyKev, where I play as the Philadelphia Eagles, except I don't do as well because I fired Nick Sirianni in the 4th week like you guys wanted to. But that's
understandable. Understandable.
Don't follow.
I guess I'll go.
I don't fucking want your follows. I'm not even gonna give you my socials. I don't care. You don't deserve them. You need to pick one. Why the fuck are we talking about betting? Why is betting involved in this conversation right now? Who do you think picks favorites and underdogs, you dumb fuck? Vegas does. The NFL doesn't go around game to game picking, this one's the favorite, this one's the underdog. Why are we talking about betting? What does betting concern have to do with underdogs and favorites? Jesus Christ, I'm fucking...
Jeez.
You just got angry at himself. If you want to find me, which would be weird, you can find me watching the 3 fights that happened in 30 seconds when America fought Canada in the NHL.
Shit. That was
and
crazy.
it was fights. It wasn't a hockey game. It was just fights.
Oh yeah, that's great.
If you don't like me, you can find me at Jackal's Twitch or YouTube, which is Jackal Joker.
There you go. Sneak that plug in.
You can leave lovely comments there.
Sneak that plug in there at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
whether you liked it or not.
I mean, Jackal's not here. Listen, I saw something at the Super Bowl parade that I wanted to try. I saw a guy do a swanton bomb off a garbage truck through a table.
Okay.
Now I want to do the swanton, obviously. So I don't know if you guys wanna. If anybody, I mean, I have a table. I have a table, so I'll just open this up, set this up, put this down here. So I don't know if any of you guys want to. I'm gonna just don't ask where I got this garbage truck from. I gotta climb.
Probably the same place you got the light post. I get it.
Huh? Maybe. Who knows? All right, you ready?
Go for it, man.
All right, I gotta hit the Jeff Hardy. I gotta hit the. Oh, I can stop a tornado! Ah! Gah! Through the table. Oh. Oh, I missed the table. Oh.
You just gonna lay there?
Man, he looks hurt.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get off my neck.
I think maybe you should lay on him, make sure he's okay.
Let me just check. Oh yeah, he's hurt. Oh yeah, he's hurt. That's a broke. That is not supposed to bend that way.
No.
Like Kurt
You on
Angle.
top of him?
Oh yeah.
Good. 1.
Call me Bret Hart.
3.
There we go. All right. Yeah, you might want to get that checked out.
Yeah.
Broken
Alright, guys. I had to go take a lap and oh my god, what happened to him?
Call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Holy
It's not good. It's not
Oh
good.
my god!
Hey,
Is that his
since
is that
you're
his
back,
dick or is his femur?
I can
can
slap
you
a
get the
tornado,
garbage truck out of
dude.
here?
Oh, okay.
Well, We don't want the evidence.
Hold on. Mike, if you grab the legs, I'll grab the arms. We can probably just get rid of this right now.
What legs? That one's more shards of glass than legs.
That's a good point. Can you grab the leg and the?
Yeah, the light tubes were a great
bones?
idea, were they? I don't know why it surrounded the
No.
table with that.
I'll pick up. Oh, that's a femur piece right there.
We're just gonna have to put him in a tarp.
That's fine.